Hi and welcome to One Week at a Time. My name's Brett Burden, and we're going to start off where we finished last week in a conversation that I was having in regards to a workshop that I'd been along to, or an industry evening that I'd been invited to speak and talk about all things business. And there are about 25 different businesses there, and we got a lot of the time was spent on a couple of different subjects which we weren't necessarily going to talk about all that much, but because there was so much interest, we just let the conversation go. One of those things was break even, understanding your break even and the formula of how to work that out. That's in last week, so if you want to go back and have a listen to that, that'd be worthwhile if you haven't heard it. But the other thing that kept coming up was lots of people saying that their accountant's telling them that they're making money and their profit and loss says that they're making money, yet where's the money? Show me the money. And so what that conversation led on to a whole bunch of different things, but there were two different avenues. First of all, your money could be sitting in someone else's bank. And what I mean by that, of course, is in your debtors. If you're not collecting your money as you should be, quickly, on time, and consistently every month, your money could actually be sitting in someone else's account and they're using you as a bank. So make sure you're onto your debtors. That's not what I wanted to talk about today. That's probably a subject for another time, but that is one area where your money could be. The other thing is, I don't know if most people don't realise this, but when you look at your profit and loss, and even if there's a profit on the bottom, do you realise that it doesn't actually mean that you made a profit for the month? I know that probably is a little bit confusing and most people don't understand this, but unless you're reading your profit and loss with your balance sheet, you have no idea how your business is tracking. And that's because of the fact that those reports are really more for accountants than they are a logical report for a business owner. So just to wind that back a little bit and give you an understanding as to why. Profit and losses don't have all of the expenses on there. For example, if you've got leases on vehicles, or maybe some capital equipment, so you might be spending thousands of dollars each month on these leases or loans that you may have. They don't appear on your profit and loss. So even though your profit and loss may suggest that you've actually got a profit for the month, you may not. You've got to take these other things into account. In fact, you could be making losses, loss after loss after loss, and not realising it. So the simple explanation, and just to sort of give you an idea, this is how a normal profit and loss statement would look like. Sales minus the cost of goods, the materials that you use to do the job, whatever yours might be, the fixed costs, rent, fuel, so on, permanent staff members and so on, so sales minus cost of goods minus the fixed costs equals your profit. So all I do with my clients to help them get over the fact that not all of the expenses are going to appear on the profit and loss is I give them a simple spreadsheet to fill out which makes sure that every expense is accounted for. Okay, it's a very simple process. A lot of people would probably disagree that what we should be doing is teaching them how to read the profit and loss and balance sheet, and we do that. We do all that. But to get people started and really getting to have a healthy understanding of their cash position of their business is we get them to do it on a simple spreadsheet. In fact, the tool that I have is not so simple. It's quite a little bit more complicated than what I'm showing you here, but it actually does some forecasting as well. So if you want to get hold of that tool and an explanation of it, more than happy to send it to you. You just need to get in contact with me at brettburden@actionvictoria.com.au and I'll send it along. But it will need some explanation because it's a fairly hefty tool. But it accounts for everything, and you will know at any one time at the end of each month exactly where you're sitting. You'll also know where you should have been sitting from a forecasting point of view, and also it has some break-even calculations on it as well. So it'll keep you in touch with the actual financials of your business, which is a very important thing, I think you would admit. Anyway, I hope I've been able to shine some light on where some of that money might be missing. Give me a call, give me a yell, I'm more than happy to explain more. Have a great week, we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.